Alright, good evening everyone. Welcome to the stream. We are starting just a dash early tonight, for a couple of reasons. The first being anticipation, because how can you stop right here and not continue forward? We are currently standing basically in front of the final two sets of bosses. We do still have to fight kind of a mini-boss, and then we fight the actual boss. So that's happening. On a slightly unrelated Shadow Hearts note, for Octopath Traveler, I did get confirmation today from both GameStop and UPS that my edition, the Wayfarer's edition of Octopath Traveler, will be here tomorrow by 3:30 p.m. No, I don't get out of work until 4:30, so it'll definitely be here before I'm ready to stream. So tomorrow's stream is going to be the unboxing and a few hours of gameplay for Octopath Traveler. And I am planning, as long as there are people in the chat room, I am planning on letting you guys pick who I go with first. There are 8 different stories. So, and apparently you can do some of them side by each, from what I've been reading, but I digress. That's tomorrow. As for today, I did a little bit of grinding. My main party, except for Geppetto, is above level 60. Geppetto would have taken longer, and it wouldn't have... It's not going to provide enough of a change. Realistically, for this fight, you want to be between... If you're at 45, it's going to be hard. If you're at 50, it's going to be probably normal. If you're at 55, you're probably a little high. I'm at 60 plus, so this shouldn't be that bad. And I do have I do have the a bunch of third keys that I'm planning on using to make this just a little easier. But a couple other things I did that I had to do off camera while you guys were not able to see, sadly, was I did get Karando's bigger, badder form. I call this Ogre form. It is called the Spirit of the Ogre. So there's that, and it does some gorgeous things to its stats. As you can see, it raises pretty much every value by almost 20 points. And then, slightly more impressively, I also got Yuri, Dark Seraphim, who again raises all of Yuri's stats by about 20 points. These are both at level 10, so they're ready to go. We do have Yuri's ultimate armor. You guys saw me get that yesterday. We have Karando's ultimate weapon and ultimate armor. We have Geppetto's ultimate weapon. And that's it. Normally I do go for both Karen and Yuri's as well. Karen's ultimate weapon requires you to have had the pedometer equipped on an active party member long enough to get 10,000 steps, which is quite a lengthy bit of time. Doing all the side stuff I did and all that only net me about 1,000. It would have taken quite a while to get to the 10,000. So we didn't do that. And Karen's ultimate armor, and actually it's tied to Yuri's ultimate weapon as well, both come from Nem Ruins, which I actually did not do. I chose to skip that this run. Keeping in mind, weapon and armor does not carry over to the next game. The summons do, which is why I find them much more useful. I believe Geppetto's dresses also do, which makes them, again, very, very useful. So, without further ado, let's finish this. This is probably going to be a short stream unless I fail epically, but we'll see what happens, no? First for the mini-boss.
Where's your master?
Behind us, on the field of Takamagahara.
I suppose you won't let us by.
The mutant apes live and die along with the master. If you want to fight him, you'll have to get through us.
No problem.
I would have loved more exposition on them. But alas, that did not happen. I mean, the bit that we do have, and there's probably more in, like, their references or whatever, but, the bit of exposition we do have is they both died, and Kato managed to bring them back to life in his attempts to bring back Fusion, Raijin. Alright, so I'm naturally going to assume that he's air element and that he's water element. For anyone who doesn't know, Fusion is a water deity, Raijin is a lightning deity. So, you also see this come up in Final Fantasy VIII, whereas that you do have the two characters on the disciplinary committee under Cypher, Raijin, and Fusion. You'll remember Fusion's the angry lady who yells all the time. And you'll note that their element is actually very closely related to their name there as well. Now, I do have a bunch of third keys that I could be using here, but I'm not going to yet. Only because this is kind of a test for where I am versus where I could be. Yeah, Karen gets a little stabby. And frankly, he's already a quarter health down. I'm not worried. Again, he is probably, he is most definitely of the water element, so I'm going to use Red Crest here. I know I have some really cool dress powers on Geppetto, but frankly, Red Crest is going to be stronger if I'm correct and he's water. Physical attack down 30%. Nice. They're gonna do a combo. Fine, if they want to do a combo, I'll do a combo. Let's go do a combo. They're going to stand directly next to each other. Now, the cool thing about Dark Seraphim is his attacks hit everybody. And yes, you saw that right. Yuri does have over 900 points of health. He has the Ashara earrings on, which increases his total maximum health by 20%. Without them, he's still in the high 700s. Like, it's amazing after 50 just how much your health goes up. Ooh, it broke my combo doing that. Well, that's not cool. Fine then. They're both guarding. So they'll probably get their combo, because I'm probably not going to be able to break it. You can't get chain bonuses while they're guarding. You can't even do a huge amount of damage while they're guarding, though I still did some. So yeah, they still get their thing. Wow. Was that all he can do? $366 in total. But keep in mind, she has a ton of health. First, let's see how much health he still has. He still has half his health bar, so we're going to combo with... I guess I'll have everyone combo with Geppetto. Yuri will also combo with Geppetto. I'm actually debating who I want to hit with this, and I'm thinking I am going to hit, even though he's at almost half health, it just makes more sense to hit him. It's one that's 6. Keep in mind, I also want the highest total number of hits that I can get, which so far seems to be 9. Which is Bright Banish. So we're going to do it this way. Highest number of hits is going to do the most damage. And keep in mind, Bright Banish is still a level 3 magic. I'll have Dark Seraphim go next. Special skills. This is 30 hits. And it hits both opponents, so I'm still doing damage to the other one as well. Karen's going to end up using the combo magic, which is a shame because she can add a lot of hits as well. I actually might have to judge if I'm even going to use the combo magic, to be honest. Because her third sword art there does a ton of hits. I'll have him go next with special skills, Heaven Quake. And I'm already at 39 hit for him. That's insane. Ooh, why did it break? I hit square. That's not cool. It still did a ton of damage though, so I'm really not concerned. And I'm not even fighting intelligently here, to be very honest. I should probably eventually heal her. Grant, her cross kinda does it for me. We're gonna throw this at them. Like, this is the second to last boss in the game, and I haven't had to heal yet this fight. One of them is dead. The other is probably just angry. I killed the faster of the two. And in a lot of ways, the stronger of the two. I'll have Yuri do a little bit of healing here. Alright, so for tomorrow. For tomorrow is a drain spell, but it heals the entire party for the same amount. So it's very useful because it does still have some offensive capabilities, but its actual healing power is quite useful. It's still not as strong as certain other spells, but it's actually stronger than Arc Cure. And it was able to get Karen back to almost full health. A little bit remaining, Anne's Cross will pick up pretty quickly. Yeah, Karando's fusion form is, I actually have a better earth move that I could use here, don't I? Karando's ogre form is truly against his character, but kinda makes sense. It's also worth noting at this point that Karen is the only one at this point who has an element. Ogre form doesn't have an element. Dark Seraphim certainly doesn't have an element. And Geppetto's using Alice's dress, which also doesn't have an element. Yeah, even Geppetto could take that to the face multiple times without it being an issue. I'm just saying, if these guys were this strong, why was Nikolai perceived as a threat? Again, I'm still not even doing this fight intelligently. I'm just winging it because meh. The actual threat of the fight is when they're both alive and able to do combos. And even that wasn't truly a threat. Now, the final boss, I'm still going to fight as though he's the final boss, and I'm going with the theory that I'm not overpowered despite the fact that I am. I have 23rd keys, and I plan on using as many of them as it takes. Use Arc Rage, or and there's my 7th key. If you do the hits right, you get the 7th key off that fight. Oh, and looky, everybody leveled, which means my entire fighting party is now over 60. That was a crud load of soul, too. I had actually emptied that value out. Now, will it let me save again before Kato? That is the question. I don't know if it will, because, yes, it appears to. Very nice. Alright, so we're going to come back this way, because I do want to save, and it did not heal me, so we got to get those couple things done. So, first out, item tent. Yeah, I have 30 tents. It's not my fault. I'm a tent fiend. Alright, so, I know you're all thinking, wow, why is he still leveling up these lesser souls? They do absolutely nothing for you. And you are correct. Until New Game Plus, in which case they actually do become viable again because they require a lot less SP to use than, say, Dark Seraphim, who at the beginning of the game, even in New Game Plus, is really, you don't have the power to use. And these levels do carry over. This will be the only one that actually doesn't get maxed out. He's still gonna be level probably 7. Yeah, he'll hit level 7 and that'll be the highest I can go with him. But, so in New Game Plus, he'll be the only soul in the game that I need to deal with at all. Now, I don't believe it carries over points between levels. So, like, if I go halfway between level 7 and level 8, I don't think it carries that over. Alright, so there may be one save later on. I would severely expect that there is, but just in case there isn't, we saved there. Everyone that's not going to be in the party is over 50, and everyone that is going to be in the party is over 60. Geppetto has a crazy amount of magic. We are ready for this. We are going to do this. It's going to be fantastic. We just need to keep pressing on, and there might still be a random or two between these points, but I don't think so. I think this is it. Ah, no, there's the save. That is the final save point. I realize I just did this, but y'all know me well enough at this point that it's gonna happen again. Alright, time to end this. Hello, Kato!
Can you see it? The other side of time.
Yeah.
Well then.
Let's go.
Final boss time. Aw, he's smiling! By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet! Alright, Kato, let's do this. Alright, so I do have 3 opponents here. As I said, I'm prepared for this fight. We're not holding back here. No, he is not the one using the 7th key. Alright, I would like to take out whatever I can here first. I'm going to take out the gem first. Because the gem is likely the thing that can do magic and probably heal him. And I'm against him being healed. So what did that do to the gem? The gem is almost down. Wonderful. I'll have Karen finish that off. Yuri is going to use his powers as Dark Seraphim to buff everyone, which is going to be a better buff than just Arc Rage. This buffs everything. I didn't get the perfect on it. I was actually really far off, but it still raised all stats by 30%. I'm going to have Karen also use the third key, and I realize I'm wasting these, but they don't carry over to the next game, so waste or not, it may as well happen and get these pieces down as quick as we can so we can start beating on the actual boss. She'd actually killed it with a normal attack pattern. Oh well. Alright, Geppetto, buddy. We're gonna try Red Crest on the sword, see what happens. It might not do much, but Red Crest does have that perk at the end of it that can reduce physical attack power. And even if I can get just that, awesome. It did not work, though it did still do 400 points of damage. Frenzied Surge. I'm not familiar with that move. Certainly wasn't overly powerful, was it? His moves, on the other hand. Geppetto does not have a cross on him, by the way. That is very much worth noting. Alright, so we're going to use the third key standard hit on... Let's take out the sword. That's going to attack next anyway. Now remember, Kurando's probably a little physically stronger than Yuri at the moment, as Kurando has his ultimate weapon, and Yuri does not. I was not able to take the sword out in time. I'm not even wasting a key on this one. Alright, the sword is down. We are now going after the final item that is not Susanoo, which is this Yara mirror. And then only Susanoo will be left, and we can start actually focusing, and I'll go ahead and, at that point, use that 7th key. Got some good hits on it. I don't trust that he's going to be able to take it out in one turn. Again, it's a waste, but at the same time, he has so many of them that it's an irrelevant waste. There we are. That is Den. Den? That is Den. That is dead. We're just going to have her go ahead and do an Arc Cure, because everyone did take a little bit of damage. Not a huge amount, but enough that it isn't hurting to do this, and that way I don't need to use Yuri's ability to do it. With her magic being what it is at this point, her even Arc Cure, which is a base level heal, still does a tremendous amount of damage. Or tremendous amount of healing. I mean, I suppose it could damage if it was a zombie. Only got 6.5 turns. Those keys go faster and faster each run through, so getting as many as we can is always beneficial. That took him down by about 1/4, which is what I expected. I know he has a ton of health, but as we've already seen, his physical just isn't... His at least physical damage that he's already done to me isn't strong enough to be that much of a threat. I'm sure he has other moves that are. I just forget what they are. I could make Geppetto use a key. That could be funny. But instead, Let's have him go ahead and use Red Crest. I doubt that power is going to work here, but it should still at least damage him. Like, in all fairness, for the setup that I'm using, for the damage that I'm using, Final Revelation, oh, that sounds bad. For the, way that I'm fighting this particular battle, because it's the way that I planned it, Geppetto truly doesn't have a place in this party. That's a lot of damage. MP minus 25%. Ooh, you suck. Geppetto will not go again before he does. Now, I could actually live through that same attack a second time, but I would rather have the healing in case he does just have something so big and bad. And this way I don't need to worry about it. I don't believe that you can do combos with keys. Pretty sure the keys break the combos. Alright, he's under half. We got this. And normally this isn't how I would... This is actually the first time I've done this using all keys. Correction, one time I did it using an Eternity key, but I didn't get very far. This is just a new strategy I'm playing with. Frankly, my team is clearly strong enough to take him out without it. I forgot to even use a key there. Alright, now she can actually go ahead and do that as well. And just get him down even further, even faster. It's wonderful. The nice thing about her is she has nice big hit areas. But the ideal party to do this with would actually be either Blanca or Geppetto for the fourth party member. Geppetto hits harder, but Blanca is so much faster. Yeah, that doesn't even do 300 points of damage. Which is a little frightening, to be honest. All of Geppetto heal that one. Provided we get to Geppetto again. We might not. We might be finishing this before that happens. We're certainly not far off. Ah, Foreverun's effect is gone. I'm sad now. Oh, looks like I can do it with the combo. It comboed it. If he lives, I am... no, he died. Okay. That was the final boss, and again, being in your 60s, you're really overpowered. Alright, let's watch. Sorry, Kato.
Kato.
It's good that it ended this way. Soon, Takamagahara and the vessel will disappear within the time warp. Once you've set foot here, you can't return to the present.
Yeah, looks that way.
You must pray. Pray as hard as you can for the world you want.
The world I want?
Yes. The best one you can imagine.
Hey!
Then you can return.
Kato!
Thank you, my friend.
Basically, you have to think really, really hard about where and when you want to be, because you're within the space-time continuum at this point. That's a lot of what that was. So you can go to any time.
Yuri!
Now, I chose the
Come
good
on now,
ending.
let's pray. For a better world to return to. We can do it. If we really try.
Yes.
We'll explain the endings in a moment. Those two have succeeded. Lucia and Blanca got out. Woot woot. No one cares about you, Lucia. Blanca, on the other hand, everyone loves. Crondo and Anastasia got out. Aw, they're hugging.
Looks like time's up. It's the mistletoe's curse. I knew I was living on borrowed time.
Are you scared?
No.
Will you lose your memories too?
Never.
Yuri.
Don't look at me like that. I'll see you soon.
Please, promise me. I don't want to lose you forever.
Yeah.
Something like that. Now she's going to when or where she wants.
Karen,
What?
thank you. Sorry. I can't keep that promise.
I know why you stayed there alone. You were afraid to lose yourself. You realized the only way to protect your soul and your memories was to die. The times you spent with your friends, your feelings for the friend you fought, all of your experiences to this point. All that is what made you what you are, made you into the man you are today. Yes, the man I know, the man I love.
And Yuri is dead. Reminding you, this is the good ending.
You don't have to suffer anymore. You don't have to be alone anymore. I'll always be right here by your side. Now we'll be together forever.
Yes, that is actually the good ending. There's another scene that goes with this, so we'll wait for that for some of this discussion, but in the bad ending, what happens is Yuri does escape, but he loses all of his memories and ends up walking around Japan just as a mindless zombie. As opposed to this way, where he does die, but it breaks the curse when he dies and he gets to be with Alice again. So neither is a happy ending, to be honest. It's, as I've explained to a lot of people, this isn't a happy series. Only one of these three games ends on a positive note. It's still, this is my absolute favorite game ever, and it's part of my favorite series ever. This particular installment is the best of the three, though, in my opinion. It's such a journey. You go through so many things. And it's like, I was looking at it, and I was uploading the videos, the streams that I've been doing of it to YouTube today, and I went, wow, there's only 7 of these? And this is going to be number 8? It's seriously only been 8 streams. At roughly 3 hours a stream. Sometimes a few more, but I'm amazed. And it's like Russia. Russia wasn't that long ago when we fought Rasputin, but it feels like it was. It feels like all this other stuff has happened. And there's just so much to it, and they've actually managed to take a game that's set in the real world during World War I, and make its connection to World War I still there, but not in your face, which is actually kind of a challenge during either of the World Wars, because that was the nature of the World Wars. And at the same time, it's almost a world unto itself, where it's actually still very immersive. And even if you know nothing about the world at that time, it's quite immersive. And then obviously there's, the magic and whatnot that obviously did not exist within the world at that time. But it's just really well done. So the next game that I'm going to be doing, as I said at the beginning of this stream, is Octopath Traveler. We are doing the first stream of that tomorrow. My Wayfarer's Edition is going to be here. We're going to do an unboxing. Not the kind that involves actual fighting, but an unboxing. And then we're going to play a little bit of it, which is why I'm not actually going to stream anything else tonight. Once we're done this, we're done. There will be a little bit more discussion, obviously, but once we see the final scene. But I'm gonna, as long as there are people in the chat room that are willing to pipe in with an opinion, we're going to let the chat room decide who the first character is. If no one's there, I'll obviously decide, and we'll go from there. But that should actually take quite a while to get through all of, because unlike this, I haven't beaten it a million times, so I'm not going to know all the little ins and outs of it, and it's brand new tomorrow. There is no, oh crud, I'm lost and confused, what do I do, GameFAQs helped me. That doesn't exist. From what I've heard, it's a little grindy. I'm good with it being a little grindy, but there's 8 different paths you take, 8 different characters that you go through, and it's been hinted that there's an end game after that just no one's gotten to yet. Keep in mind the game doesn't even release until tomorrow, and they only just, I think it was yesterday, allowed reviews to go up for the game. Squeenix has been really, really picky about stuff for this game. So it's going to be great. And even if it's not the month after Dragon Quest XI comes out, that'll be done through my PlayStation 4. So that'll be a... I think I've only done a couple things through the PlayStation 4 for you guys. Octopath is obviously for Switch. So it's going to be a great experience. Oh, and look, I was done talking in time. Oh, damn it. I thought I was done in time. Poor Geppetto. And Crondo and Anastasia gone fishing. Joachim as the Great Question. We have Lucia and Carla there, just kind of chilling. Blanco went to Kawashima's family. Here we are. 1887, the capital. Remember, this game was in 1915, so this is several years before that. And that would be Ben Huga. Hello, Karen. I love Ben's jacket. I want that jacket. 1893. Anne and 3-year-old Yuri. Everyone meet Anne. Birth name Karen. Name that she goes through forever from that point on is Anne. Autumn, 1913. Hey, Yuri.
Whoa, that's bad. I almost overslept.
Time to go catch a train.
It'll be here soon.
It's the world you secretly prayed for. The place your heart returns to. The time when you were the happiest. You can start your life over again.
It's that train. I kind of feel like a kid again.
We have reached the end. In a lot of ways, it was the better ending for Yuri to die there. As sad and whatnot as that actually is, that's the happier of the endings as opposed to going around as a zombie. Because keep in mind, even if he had gone through time to somewhere else, the curse of the mistletoe is still there. That wasn't going to go away. The biggest thing that we saw here is that Karen is in fact Anne. Karen is Yuri's mother. And she didn't know until she went back in time and met up with Ben. But she'd wanted to be with Yuri so badly that she ended up actually, her perfect world was being one where she could be with him but not be Alice. because she couldn't take Alice away from him. What's really terrifying about that, for her at least, is she knows exactly how she's gonna die. She knows all the things that's gonna happen to Ben. She knows all the things that's gonna happen to Yuri. And she still willingly chose it. So, that was Shadow Heart's Covenant. Again, this is not a happy series. At some point I will probably play Shadow Hearts from the New World for you guys. But it's going to be a while, because again, Octopath is coming out, Dragon Quest XI is coming out, and at some point this winter, Tales of Vesperia is going to be coming out. All three of them I'm going to stream for you. And none of them are going to be short games. If you've ever played a Dragon Quest, you know that it is not a short game. Octopath, I don't know how long Octopath is in total. I know I read a thing today that someone was done 4 out of the 8 stories and they were 60 hours in. So that's going to be a while. Now, granted, who knows how much side quest stuff they did and all that other stuff, but I tend to do that stuff too. And Tales of Vesperia itself is between 30 and 60 hours, depending on what all you do. Now, this version of Tales of Vesperia, this remaster, is going to have the PlayStation exclusive characters as well. The Pirate Lady and Flynn as playable characters. I've never gotten to play with them. I played the Xbox 360 version every time I played it, and I've beaten the game about 5 times. It's a fantastic game. It is probably my second favorite Tales game. Grace's F is my favorite. Vesperia is my second. Berseria is my third, and the only reason that Berseria is third is because they screwed up their combat so badly. You still have the art system, but it's jacked up. It's just Berseria is button mashing, and that bores me. But either way, so tomorrow we're gonna do, unless the post office screws up, we're gonna do the Octopath event that I have planned. Hope to see you all there. And then the stream after that will be Sunday, and then there won't be another stream until Thursday. And then Thursday we start the actual streaming schedule of Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and Sundays from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sharing in this experience with me. I hope to bring you more games like this. If you guys have any suggestions or anything, let me know. I can't promise they'll be done quickly, but I'll at least try. I'll at least try to work with you guys. Looking forward to the event tomorrow. Have a great evening.